on the ground. This is Derrick Henry.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Jackson.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Isaac Yiadom picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Jackson now.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
44 yards.
And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Next to score, Ravens 7, 49ers nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Purdy now to throw. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Looking deep for Jennings. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Come 19, come 19. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
2nd and 10.
Go.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Purdy from the gun.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
18, Pioneer. 79 Bronco. Cougar 19. 70 Lion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. An audible here to get a new look.
Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7.
4th down try. Here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And they'll accept that penalty.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Mustang 19.
Now Purdy.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Flush to his right. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Come on, set.
Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Ready, ready.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Go.
Purdy looking to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ready.
Ayuk goes in motion. On 4th down, here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Here's Purdy.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd down.
Purdy.
Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A handoff, running left, Henry. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now Samuel.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Purdy. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 5.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Looking to throw. Purdy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
Flushed out right. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this time he is in.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Niners are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Moody good with the extra point.
And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go. I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here. There he goes, left side.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
66 yards.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Javon Hargrave. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Jackson now. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leonard Floyd. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff left, McCaffrey.
He'll take this to the 46.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Let's go.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Aguilar in motion left. Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9.
A toss right to Henry. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Purdy off the play fake.
Able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Now 3rd down and very long.
It's a loss of 19 yards. It's now 3rd.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
19 Lions. 70 range.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
At the 44-yard line.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer.
Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
79 Broncos. Set. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he is going to have the Niners first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Purdy from the gun.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Here we go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Warriors 70. Lion. Check out.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
70 range. Tap 60. Panther 11.
Now Purdy.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready? Cup 19. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer.
Purdy on 4th down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. A first down carry for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26, and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll be hit as
as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Running from the gun with Henry. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining. And the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18.
They go play action here. Purdy. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
This is 1st and 10.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, set.
Purdy looking to throw.
Over the middle, that's
That's complete to McCaffrey.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now on second down.
Here we go, set.
Purdy. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
41 yards.
And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there. But it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Rocco 80. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Mustang 19. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Warrior 70.
Purdy to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
19 Lions.
Purdy to throw.
He's got it at the 15. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jackson.
And that's caught inside the 35. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Cardinal, Cougar 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cub 19, 18, Rattler 18.
Throwing, Purdy.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Pioneer. 79 Bronco. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
Here's Purdy.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19. 19 type, 19.
He's back to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you were at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's fourth down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
Let's go. Warriors 70. 19 Lions. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 60, trap 60.
Purdy with one final shot here.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.